I remember the days when, you know, I'm getting ready to go into labor, and I would have my mom. My mom, she'd be like, "Oh, I want to go with you guys," so she would ride with us, right, up, you know, up to the hospital. They always had to make days for me because to induce me, because my babies never wanted to come; they wanted to stay. And so, you know, my mom, she says, "Oh, I'm gonna ride with you guys." So the whole entire ride up, both of my kids' dads said it. Dad, the whole entire time, my mom would be sitting there down, you know, talking down on me and, you know, basically making it how worthless, you know, I was, or I wasn't doing things right and whatnot. But clearly, as people can see, I live fine on my own, even through the bullying, the harassment, not getting no sleep, gang stalking 24/7 by, you know, co-workers, by store managers, by, you know, all these different facilities that I've been, you know, at and whatnot. Clearly, I'm able to take care of myself. Even with them trying to poison my food. Even with them, you know, having people gang stalking me, driving past me, you know, a bunch of people blowing exhaust fumes in me, or they're beeping as I'm coming out the door for work, and they're sitting there parked, everybody's lined up and ready to run through like a parade, drive through and whatnot. Yeah, she used to sit there and you know, as basically make it like I was worthless and I was never doing anything right, you know, talking down on me the whole entire trip till we get there. And both of them were like, "Dad, your mom, she just, you know, she don't have nothing nice to say, nothing positive. Dad, she was just saying all kinds of stuff." I said, "I know, that's just how she been. That's why we don't ever get along. That's why I don't deal with her like that." I said, "That's why I have moved out." I said, "I don't pay it no mind. That's just who she is." I get to the hospital, then my blood pressure was raised up and whatnot. It's funny how everybody was worrying about my blood pressure and whatnot and trying to send me into a stroke. Funny, they having me around people with strokes and stuff. Me being an empath, I was supposed to absorb that energy from those people. But with me cleansing my energy, that witchcraft doesn't stick on me. And it goes back to the people that it is that they keep sending after me like idiots instead of them minding their own business. See, but they sent those people after me because what was already going with them, even before, well, I always did soft baths. So basically I was still cleansing my energy without me knowing exactly what it was when I was doing Epsom salt baths, because I dealt with, you know, tremendous amount of stress all my life. So I always been doing things to try to help me with stress, because I never was one to want to be doing, you know, drugs and all that stuff, you know. And then, you know, even when my anxiety was at an all-time high, the doctor wouldn't even give it to me. So I guess they were trying to, you know, no, don't give her nothing. Let her go ahead and stroke out. Let her go ahead and, you know. All I was doing was working a lot and dealing with stress from this day in and day out that I'm dealing with now, but it was the family members with direct contact with me until they realized what was happening to them. Karma. It's crazy. I always forgive. I just go on about my business and walk on and do me and do my cleansing and try to keep my energy protected instead of me feeling all sad and depressed and all that stuff people inflict on me, and that's how I'm supposed to feel. No, that's not my energy. That's yours.